Welcome to Freshman English for periods 3, 4, and 6. I'm Rebecca Bruckner, the teacher. Unfortunately, I can't be with you this evening as I'm taking a fairly intensive college course that meets on Wednesdays. It's my hope that with this presentation you can get an idea of the course that your child is taking and answer some questions that you may have. First is the syllabus for those of you who are not familiar with it. It can be found on Canvas, the Parent-Student Portal, and the school website. The syllabus contains all the procedures and protocols for this class. Most of you have already sent in the parent confirmation that you've seen it. If you haven't seen it for some reason, you can access it on one of these 3 sites. Our grade breakdown falls into these categories. We have collaboration, literature and nonfiction reading, writing, grammar, vocabulary, and the final. This year we're implementing the Common Core standards. One focus of the Common Core standards is students working collaboratively. Consequently, 25% of our total score will come from collaborative activities and projects and participation. Then 25% comes from literature and nonfiction reading with the focus on discussing literature and reading comprehension. 25% of the grade will be from writing projects, both little ones and then the larger projects. 11.5% of the grade comes from grammar, 11.5% comes from vocabulary, and 5% comes from the final, which they'll take in January. Now the homework will primarily be limited to viewing lessons and taking notes, and then submitting a note verification form through Canvas. Some homework will be to complete individual or collaborative work that we've begun in class but not finished. So we're trying to keep the lessons and note-taking as homework and then the application of the lessons as classwork. The literature that the kids will be studying come from the large literature book, Elements of Literature, 3rd course. This semester we'll be looking particularly at short stories from this large book. Then we will look at 3 different novels. We have Night of Mice and Men and House on Mongo Street. The semester calendar is available on Canvas, and it will look similar to this, although your students' colors may be different because some kids have up to 4 classes that they take in Canvas, and each class has a color. Important information, our class website is canvas.instructure.com. Each of the kids set up their own account. Their username is their school email, and their password is one that they created themselves. Then we have the online textbook at my.hrw.com. Each student has an account. The computer generated their passwords. These passwords were given to the students, I think, in the 2nd week that we had classes, and they were supposed to have written it into their planner. And I've also posted the passwords on Canvas under a section called Pages. The writing during the freshman year focuses on sensory descriptive narrative, and then the other writing will mostly relate to literature. We'll have 3 large projects throughout the semester. The schedule and assignments are available on Canvas, and all writing is turned in using turnitin.com. Students have already created their own accounts. Their username again is their email, and the password is student generated. They've created their own passwords. The grammar comes in 15 lessons. There's 1 topic per week. Lesson notes and responses are always assigned on Friday, and they'll get 10 points for taking the notes and completing the notes verification on Canvas. Then they'll come in on Monday, and we will review that concept using the textbook, and they will get another 10 points. The complete schedule for the grammar is posted on Canvas under Pages, and if a student is absent for some reason, they can go to that page, and the book assignments are all listed there for the semester. Unit tests are in class. Grammar follows the same pattern as vocabulary. There are 15 lessons, and each lesson focuses on a particular Greek or Latin root word. Each root word then will have 4 English words associated with it. The students must know the definition of the word, how to spell it, and to be able to use it in a sentence. Again, the semester schedule for vocabulary is posted on Canvas, and a complete word list for the whole semester is also posted there. Our number one student struggle is that students are forgetting that they need to sign into their Huntington Beach Union High School District email in order to view the homework responses in Canvas, because they're Google apps. So for example, we have this here. The lessons are videotaped YouTube videos of one particular concept per week. Then following it, there is a form, a Google app form from Google Drive that's from my account that asks questions about the notes. So it reviews the important concepts, and it also verifies to me that they've watched the video and taken notes. But if they don't sign into the Huntington Beach email, they cannot access my Google Drive. The YouTube is public. It's been made public on YouTube. So if they did a search on the internet for YouTube and with my name, they could pull up the video. But the points come from responding to the video. So when they sign into their Huntington Beach email, then the form will come up underneath, and they can fill that out and submit it. The other problem that students are having is they're forgetting their passwords. Initially, to activate their email, they had to have their PIN number from the district. So some kids have changed that PIN number, and then they have forgotten the passwords, and I don't have access to that information. So I can help them by resetting it back to their PIN number, but if they've lost their PIN number, then they have to go and get it again from an administrator. So these are the struggles that our kids are facing. So when they're home and their Google app form is not showing up, you need to remind them that they must first sign into their Huntington Beach email account to access and to view that page. Observing your kids on Canvas, I was just really elated when I noticed that some of you have already created your own accounts. But for those of you who responded to the parent syllabus and you've not created an account yet, I'm going to send you an email, and it will come in like this as Instructure Canvas course invitation. Once you click on this, then you're going to respond to the second link, and you'll follow the directions to create your account. Now, if you're expecting this to come and it doesn't show up, my suggestion is that you check your spam folder, because some emails do not recognize Canvas Instructure as being a legitimate email, and they'll bounce it to the spam. So you might need to check there. For those of you who have not completed the syllabus confirmation, just email me and ask me to send you an invite to join Canvas, and I will do that. Questions and concerns. I would very much like to keep Canvas messaging system for the student-teacher communication. It's a phenomenal tool to communicate with the students. It's for that reason that I ask you, if you have questions and concerns, to please email me at rbruckner@huntingtonbeachunionhighschooldistrict.edu. I also hold parent-teacher student conferences by appointment Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays at 2:45 p.m. Students are required to attend all conferences. So thank you for coming tonight. If you have questions that I haven't answered, please shoot me an email and I would be happy to answer those. Have a good evening.